All right, at, stupid cat hair, 6 a.m. and 9 a.m., I had 2 significant blood sugar drops. It was 53, 6 a.m., and then went back up. I got up, used the bathroom, and once I start moving, my blood sugar raises back to normal levels. Fell back asleep around 9. Usually happens about 3 hours after sleeping. Around 9 a.m., down again, 57. Got up, used the bathroom. It not only does the beep wake me up, but I'm already waking up usually because I start shaking and getting really nauseous. But because it has to do with sleeping and laying down, that once I get up and move, it recovers all on its own with no problem. It's probably my liver doing it, right? It just recovers with no problem. So I'm not worried about it. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat a carb. I don't eat anything to fix it. It literally will fix itself and has for a while as long as I get up and move. And I don't have to move long. I just usually walk to the bathroom and pee. And then it shoots right back up to normal. The same with like my heart rate is very low when I'm sleeping, which is supposedly normal with healthy hearts. It can get to 48 a lot when I'm sleeping. It doesn't make me feel sick whatsoever though. And of course when I stand up it raises back to a normal level. I think it's like 67 or so because that's a normal level for me. And my blood pressure of course drops when I'm laying down, and it should for everyone. That should be a normal thing. The problem is mine shoots up really high when I stand up and it sucks. So got on the scale and I going up in weight. I have spent the last 7 days, and over the last 7 days, in total, I have ate 9,000 less calories than I have all the previous weeks that all my weight went down. Okay, because I was eating a lot of pork loin, and I wasn't really eating a lot of the butter because I ran out of the butter I like. So my calories were around 1,1700. All right. My metabolic rate, so my BMR, is 1,500 doing nothing. Okay. So I should have been able, with the theory of calories in, calories out, I should have lost 2 to 3 pounds. Easy. Okay, because my resting rate should have burned through every single thing I ate every single day. Plus, I still got my steps in and I still did a bunch of crap, right? So I, on the calories in, calories out, should have gone down, not up. I should have lost 2 to 3 pounds. Easy. But no, I went up in weight. I went up in weight almost a pound. And I've said this a million times. I will gain weight on carnivore or low carb or anything, and I think it's been this way for a while, if I don't eat close to 3,000 calories. Okay, because my body sleeping in that bed, just laying there, is literally burning 1,500. So I am literally starving my body on those days. For a whole entire week, I starved my body basically. And that is without my steps. That's without everything else. So I thought it was stupid the first couple of times I tried carnivore. Even though I'm more ketovore because I do a keto chow and I do 3 ounces of strawberries. So I don't want people coming at me saying, but you're not doing carnivore. Okay, I'm doing ketovore. Every time I watched all these women, especially women of my age, say at your age, you have to eat way more fat. You have to get over 200 grams of fat. You have to get you have to get way more calories. You're messing up. Your hormones are going to stall you. You're not going to lose weight. You might even gain weight. And I thought they were crazy. And I never tried it their way. Because even though I didn't believe in the whole calories in, calories out, I believed in don't eat the fat, because when you do, then your body's not eating its own fat. And on keto, I agree with that. When I do keto, it's a totally different story. Like when I'm eating salads and different things like that, totally different story. I cannot have a bunch of fat or I gain weight. My weight doesn't go down. I seem to have more, but I think it's because I have more inflammation from eating the salads and stuff, to be honest. But I think they were right, because I've been doing this for like, what, 6, 7, 8 weeks now. Like, long. My weight is finally like moving, eating the very high fat, very friggin' high protein, more protein than so you normally say if you want to be like 145 is your goal weight, then you eat 145 grams of protein. I am eating over 200 and something protein a day usually, and over 200 and something fats a day. But I think it's because my body was starved for so many years that they are completely right that as of right this minute, I have to keep my calories over 2,400. I've never gone over, I think the highest was 3,200 and something. And that's because once I get too much food in me because of my stomach issues, it moves slowly. I always hate omitting what it's called because I hate that word. I hate gastroparesis. I hate that word. I just have always for years on my channel explained that my stomach moves stuff out slowly because I hate that word. I think it's just because it means, it's paralyzed. I don't like that. But it works so much better with carnivore food. Hold on. I was about to sneeze. Alright, it works so much better when eating just like meats and butter and eggs. It's seeming to work better. And having my keto chow every night with my 3 ounces of strawberries, I'm able to go to the bathroom 3 to 4 times a week right now. And the weird thing is, eating foods with fiber, I was lucky to go to the bathroom twice a month. Okay, my whole life. But with carnivore, which you're usually utilizing everything you eat anyway, so you usually don't go to the bathroom every day, I'm finally able to not sit here in excruciating pain. And on the days that I do the lower fats and the lower calories, then I get messed up again and I can't go to the bathroom again. Like I said, fiber has always made it worse my whole entire life, even as a child. Oh, hello. Hello, Sharky. You come see mommy? Want to say hi? Want to say hi to the internet? Yes, I might have my makeup done, but I'm still in pajamas. I'm waiting for Dino to take a shower and get ready because we have errands to do today. And this is why I can't put clothes on while I'm in my house, because cats everywhere. Tons of cat hair. I would be drenched before going out. I have at-home clothes that I change into immediately. And then I have going out clothes I take off immediately because of all these little monsters. You good boy? Yeah, you're a good boy. So, yeah, I gotta put all these videos together, y'all. I am months behind probably on comments. I feel horrible about it. I should make a video of me answering all the comments instead of trying to fight my phone to get it to type what I want. Because my dyslexia kicks in too much when I can read correctly. But when I go to type, it messes it up. My brain just flips everything. So it's a pain. It's a pain. So maybe I should make a video of me going through trying to answer comments. I'm just worried I'm going to butcher people's names. Maybe I'll just film the comment instead of trying to say the people's and like say y'all's name so I'm not butchering it. I also really want to do it live. Dino doesn't want me doing lives because the very last one I ever did, remember I used to do them all the time if you've been with me. But the last one I did, some trolls went crazy, found out where I lived, and had every pizza place around here send pizza, and it caused a big mess. A huge mess. So that's why he doesn't trust people. You know, the world would be a better place if there weren't trolls, if people could learn to behave. right? So I'm watching Dr. Barry right now, his video on carnivore children. And let's get real. I am sick of seeing old white men have any say-so, any comments when it comes to that kind of crap. Okay, he does not look like he's in the best shape in the first place. And yes, I know what an internalist is, and he shouldn't be one of the people making any statements on it whatsoever. I agree on that one. I'm really surprised with Fox News leaning towards the left's view on things. And don't get me wrong, I understand if you're a Democrat and you do keto carnivore, you're a little more awake than the vegans who think you have to have fiber and you have to have these things. Let me tell you, I have never once, my whole entire journey, ever been low on vitamin C. I've actually been a little too high on vitamin C, even when I've eaten nothing with vitamin C. And yes, I know strawberries have vitamin C. Okay, vitamin B is where I was having issues because of my mast cell. And this is when I was eating fruits and vegetables, like more. I was not eating anything keto during that time of carnivore because I was having so many mast cell issues. I was eating a lot of potatoes, Hawaiian breads, different things that I wasn't having a reaction to that should have kept my vitamin B okay, according to the world, but not really. Vitamin B's are kept better in check when you eat eggs. So I am still taking my vitamin B drops, and it's all the vitamin B's and the amount I need for the whole entire day. Okay, they're very, very, very high. So I'm getting extra vitamin B by eating all the eggs and the meats and everything else. And no, I can't have the fish. I can't have certain things that would have tons of it in there. But I am doing 8 eggs a day. So I'm going out, even though I bought a steak for today, I'm also going out to get me some pork loin because I'm really addicted to that right now, and I know it's not enough calories. So I'm going, and my ground beef is all sold out right now. So I'm going to incorporate, I guess, steak and the pork loin in a day because I need more. And no, I'm not going to go eat bacon right now, even though I love bacon. I've done a lot of research. I have O-negative blood, and O-negative blood people tend to get inflammation and gain weight when they eat a bunch of hams, bacons, hot dogs, like processed pork. And I believe it, because I seem to do okay with the boar's head pepperoni, but I totally believe it because my mom, she has said my whole life that when I loved ham, but every time I ate ham, I got water weight all over my body. Even as a child, I would bloom up overnight, and I always have. No matter what kind of ham it is, I tend to bloom up. And what I was looking at, O-negative blood people have severe inflammation from eating that. Now you can get away with more bacon, but you can't get away with ham, which is like my favorite. And it might explain to why, when, even though the ham I was eating was very like no sodium and everything, it might explain why I was so horribly inflamed too, when my mast cell was going crazy, because it was one of my safe foods for my mast cell, but probably not for my blood type, like not for my body. But I'm going to shut up and see if Dino is in the shower yet so I can make me another coffee and put my clothes on and get out of here, because like I said, it is errand day. It is way across town to the post office, the meat markets, Aldi's, Lidl's, Ross, Marshall's, maybe Lowe's. It's a lot of stop. And I'm sure Dina's going to think it's too hot because I said let's go downtown since we'll be there with the post office and we can do a little walk through the downtown and get him a coffee, because unfortunately out of the house coffees make me sick. Well, I haven't tried them again, but I'm not trying anything that would mess up the diet I'm on right now, meaning activate my mast cell, because you know coffees can have mold in it. So I'm just in shock how well I am friggin' doing, y'all. And it's not even about the scale. I'm not excited that the scale, I'm excited that even though I ate a New York strip yesterday, and New York strip in the air fryer, should have given me a reaction because it always has. I can do New York strip burgers, but not New York strip steak, which is one of my favorite steaks. It's my second favorite. Porterhouse is number one. For a moment, my stomach felt very heavy for like 15 minutes, and that was it. I was worried I was about to get heartburn or throwing up or something, and I was fine. After 15 minutes, I was perfectly fine. Okay, and that was like 11 ounces, almost 12 ounces of a New York strip. That was 4 eggs. That was some tablespoons of butter. I was fine, and within an hour, I was over there making me a keto chow and eating all that too, and I was perfectly fine. And sometimes it's just because my stomach moves so slowly that I could have a reaction to the food as well. But I was fine. And I don't do well with cooking. I get away with hamburgers in the air fryer. Anything else has always made me sick. Like I said, that was the first New York strip I've had in years that did not make me sick. So maybe my mast cell really has been like quieted down so much that I can start doing other things like chicken, but I'm not sure yet. I'm really nervous about the chicken thing. Woo, kit to cat, really nervous. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Let me go see if Dino's ready. I was forgetting to record. Porterhouse, New York strippers, 2 slices of cheese. I did have a couple of little baby pickles earlier today from Lidl's. I was starving. I'm not obviously eating these. I just didn't feel like putting them away. I already ate that, as you can see. So I'll let you know how much I eat. All right, it is Saturday, maybe the 15th or 14th. I've lost track of like the dates. Let me see. The 16th. Yeah, I really lost track. Still I've been putting my videos together. I've been super tired and super busy. My sleep is really bad right now. Last night I couldn't fall asleep until 4. The day before almost 5. It got really messed up with my dad's stuff. I'm planning to spend the day in Southern Pines by myself. So hopefully I don't walk into a bathroom with cleaning stuff sprayed everywhere like last time. But I figured last night I had 4 huge drops in my blood sugar. It's also why I'm probably really tired, because it wakes me up. And I don't get up to eat. I just get up and pee, and it fixes it because it's a sleep hyperglycemia thing. It's stupid. It's really easy to fix though. At least in me. Some people, the getting up and moving doesn't fix it. Does me. And I do know some other people it fix. So I'm having leftover burgers from yesterday. It's 2.5 patties, 1 tablespoon of butter today, because I used a tablespoon to cook it. So technically 2, because I did pour it all over here, and 4 very beautiful farm raised eggs. Like so pretty. Do you see that beautiful yolk right there? It's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Christina would say these are undercooked eggs, but not for me. They are perfect. Look at that. Oh, so beautiful. Okay, I can't finish it all. I am completely full. I'm going to weigh this to minus it off the app. If I would have ate this so far, I'm at almost 1,700 calories for the day. Because each of the patties is 400 and something. And there was almost 3 full patties. So, of course, it's going to go down drastically with that, because that's probably the other patty that I didn't end up eating. Not like a whole patty, but you know, I'll weigh it out. And 4 eggs. 4 eggs is 400. 2 tablespoons of butter. That makes the eggs and the butter 600. So with 2 full patties and that, we're looking at 1,400 just there alone. So we know for sure I did 1,400 calories. So if you're doing like keto, where you're eating some of the berries, fruits, nuts, vegetables. When I do keto, I had to keep everything lower just because my stomach doesn't digest properly. And if I ate too much food, if I ate 1,600 calories, I'd be on the floor crying. Because when I did keto, I didn't do extra butters. I didn't do any of the ground beefs. Usually it was only one patty. Everything was very low fat. I did a low fat keto. So my fats at the highest was like 65. I think my fat today is already 200. Like, it's up there already. And I've only had 1 meal and a coffee. So it was totally different. Because of the amount of volume I had to eat, I couldn't eat enough, to be honest. And I think that's what was hurting my body. I was eating like a 2-year-old at 1,200 calories when I was a very physical person. And I think my body just went into, I'm not going to let you lose more weight. And this is what I'm talking about after getting the C word, but not the Delta version. When my weight started to creep up like 20 pounds here or there, I was still eating like barely anything. So it is very bizarre for me. This time around on carnivore, listening to the women say you're fat and you're gaining weight on carnivore and you're feeling sick on carnivore because you're drastically under eating. That was weird. But let me tell you, even though my brain didn't want to believe it, the scale believes it, because I went down today. I went down, and I've been stuck because, you know, last week I did all the lower friggin' calorie stuff, lower fat, and I went up over 2.5, almost 3 pounds last week I went up. And not only did I drop all that today, but I have a new low. I'm not dressed. My mascara from last night's all over my face. That's why you're looking at an empty plate. Hold on. Yep, I'm looking rough. Oh, it's not as bad as I thought. Just a little here and there. Okay. Yeah, I haven't washed my face or anything yet. I haven't even brushed my hair yet. Alright, so 177.6. That is the lowest I have been in years. I think my body thought I was about to starve it again, and it went up on the scale. And once I gave it the steak yesterday, the burgers yesterday, I did not eat the cheese. I threw the cheese away. I'll discuss that in a minute. I took it off my burger and threw it away. Once I showed it, you're going to get those foods again. I'm not going to keep you down below 1,600 calories and lower fat. It all came off. And I didn't pee a billion times. I woke up this morning with it all off. Here's the problem with this way of eating. Can't eat any kind of deli meat because it all tastes like metallic chemicals to me. I can't eat cheese, at least not the American one I've been eating. It tasted fake. It did not taste like a real product, in my opinion, so I gave it all to my mom and them. There was something else. Oh, the pickles. The pickles I love from Lidl's that I was eating all the time on this journey, and then I had stopped eating them like I think 4th of July was the last time I had them. I got them yesterday because I was hungry. It's something I can have in the car. It won't, it didn't matter. It was hot. I went in the grocery store, got a tiny bottle, came out to the car, and I went ahead and ate like 6 mini ones or something like that because I was starving. They taste horrible. I taste chemicals. It doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste like real meat or a real egg. Like, it doesn't. I can taste things that are got chemicals in it now. I haven't liked any kind of cereal in years. Okay, I wasn't a big cereal fan, but Golden Grahams I could eat plain. Cookie Crisp, they were okay. I could eat those plain, no milk. Honeycombs was my jam. I could definitely eat those with milk. But years ago, when I tried to eat a bite of a cereal to raise my blood sugar of Honeycombs, ew. Now I still like the taste of the Boar's Head pepperoni. The one with the pink Himalayan salt. I like their mustard too. I'm having trouble with mustards. I no longer like mayonnaise. I no longer like anything that has soy or sunflower. Like, it's not even me being like, I'm not going to eat soy. It's, I don't like anything with those products in it now. Like, I can taste the crap. Okay. Of course, I still like the fruit. It is fine. It tastes real. It is really weird when you go on this journey and all of a sudden anything processed you don't like anymore. And that included, before realizing I couldn't have any kind of chocolate, that included my favorite keto chocolates. I'm not going to name them, but boy, before my palate got clean, well, I guess I will, because if you don't have a clean palate, is what I'm calling it. Chot Zero was my favorite. Oh my gosh. Especially before I was allergic to coconut. Oh my gosh. The dark chocolate coconut and milk chocolate coconut was the bomb. I used to buy the little bars and put in chaffles. I always had their little chips, always, especially the white ones, on hand. And that was through my first journey when I lost all my weight. I had tons of Chot Zero products, you name it, I had it. And before getting long haul C-word, I could do their hazelnut cookie butter. Oh no, that you have to be careful having in your house. Those were all my favorite things, but because of my I haven't had chocolate in 2+ years. Even when I got to 255, there was no chocolate in my mouth during that time. Nothing that was chocolate brought me to that, because I had mast cell activation syndrome. No chocolates, no cinnamons, no, like, the list goes on and on and on. Nothing from a can, nothing from a container, nothing from a package. I wasn't going out and have donuts because I couldn't have a bunch of wheat. I couldn't have the list. Yeah, I could get away with Hawaiian rolls. That was the only wheat product I could get away with, the only bread product. And I could get away with a little bit of deli meat. I could not always have cheese. Sometimes I could, sometimes I couldn't. And I could always have plain baked potatoes. Yep. And then occasionally, with no problem, I could have fresh turkey in the microwave. Couldn't be cooked any other way. And it had to be from the local butcher, where they send in the order, they do the kill, they fix it up and send it to you. I never want to go back to that, being that way again. I'm so terrified it will happen again. I watched a lot of people. Now, these people weren't born with mast cell. I mean, they did not have it their whole life, but I did have a doctor go back through all the records that I still have from even a baby. And they said, I believe this was your problem your whole entire life, and why they could not solve it, why you were allergic to every single food, even as an infant, but it didn't show I was allergic to it, but I would have allergic reactions to it. That's mast cell. I always, when I laid down, I would itch like crazy, because back then, one of my biggest things was pressure. I was very allergic to pressure. Mast cell. Every time I took a shower, I almost fainted, or took a bath, I would almost faint, and I would come out covered in hives. Mast cell. And it was not from the cleaning stuff, because it could just be from the water. You could write skin messages all over my body. Mast cell. So I've had it my whole life. But the people who got it due to long COVID and I said it. Hopefully they didn't hear. Hopefully you did not hear. They also got exposed to mold, and once they got all the mold out of their body, in their house, theirs went away completely, because that's what was triggering theirs. I've had my whole life having it, but it came in short periods of time, and then it had disappeared on keto, except when I went to Hawaii. I would always have an episode in Hawaii. The whole time I was in Hawaii, I would have episodes, but there was mold everywhere, and there was tons and tons of heat, and I can't do the heat, and I was eating bad foods. So I'm praying, since we found out what my major triggers are, that I can control it enough. I know I can't stop the cold from coming. I can't stop people from smoking pot, because that is a huge trigger. I can't control when it lightnings. That gets me an episode every single time. But I can limit my time away from the house during the winter, because that's when you really smell what people smoke. Like, I can try to limit my exposure the best I can. But right now I'm sticking with this. I know I need to start my list of things I could get away with. But the truth is, because I'm not having exposures constantly, I can get away with food right now that I might not be able to get away with later. And I also don't want to go diving into some carbs testing it right now, because it seems to be meat is a huge issue. When I'm having the episodes, my stomach won't process it whatsoever, not even a tiny bit. So if we ever get to that road again, we'll just start testing at that time. I know my whole journey was to find a list of foods I could eat, but right now I'm doing so well, I don't want to mess it up. Let's get as much weight off of me before, and let's pray it's just tiny little episodes like it was my whole life, instead of almost 2 years straight. That was horrifying, y'all. I cannot explain how horrifying it was to be scared to eat, to not be able to eat until almost 8 o'clock at night, to make sure you didn't have to leave the house, you didn't have to take anyone anywhere. I literally ate 1 meal a day to get to that 255. It was at 8 o'clock at night, and most of the time I threw it right back up. Okay, so if calories in out is the only thing that matters, I should have been a size 0, because I couldn't hold my food inside my body. My body was starving to death. So yeah. That's just not my belief. I'll never believe it. Do I believe a very healthy individual could lose weight by calories in, calories out? Sure. Because they have nothing wrong with them. But if you have things wrong with you, like inflammation, like Wendy has inflammation, I say that's what's affecting her scale and stuff for her. Inflammation is a huge deal. Until your body's healed, it's not going to start letting weight go off you. So I hope they can figure that out for her, because I know what inflammation does to you. It will destroy you. But I'm going to shut up now, because as you can see, my food did not make me sick, which means I need to get dressed soon, and I guess I'm having a day by myself. So Dina's plan was to stay home, mow the grass, work out on the porch, blah, blah, blah. Now I'm 30 minutes late leaving, which is fine. I'll wait for him, because he was outside for a few minutes. It's 100 degrees today, and he's like, never mind. I'm going to go shopping with y'all. Well, me. So at least he can get his steps in, because I plan on going to a lot of places today. Because my internet's not working. Couldn't make a video if I wanted to, like upload it. So we're going to be gone for a long time. Okay, we were gone like 7 hours. Almost 7 hours. It's almost 8 o'clock. Y'all, I do not feel well. I got a big whiff of gas about 15 minutes ago. I was already not feeling so great. I started shaking. Oh, I gotta get stuff out of the car. But I think I'm hungry. Like, I think I'm really hungry, because I'm getting heartburn, and it's the kind of heartburn I get when I'm starving. So I'm gonna go in and eat. I literally thought my blood sugar was 43. I don't feel like a mast cell reaction. I feel like a very low blood sugar reaction. But the glucose monitor does say it's 90, but we know it lies, so I might go test it. Alright, it's 9 o'clock. I'm having my leftover steak. I made 2 pork loins, but I think it's the dark meat pork loin. I can only have the white. Like, it's a difference for my stomach, so we'll see. And I did carrots since I'm so nauseous today. I'm hoping they will help. I did 1 serving. Okay, I think it's like 10. I'm out walking, got a little flashlight. Sorry, I probably blinded y'all. So after eating, I was perfectly fine, y'all. I think my blood sugar was really low. I know it gets extremely low when I'm sleeping. Like last night I slept through it. So I didn't wake up and move around. I don't know if I told y'all. And it lasted from 2.5 hours. It says it was like 53. I didn't wake up in the beeping. Like I slept straight through it, but I didn't wake up with a major headache. A lot of times when it's really low, I wake up with these horrible headaches, but the glucose monitor, CGM, always says it right now is at 27 points higher than it actually is. So when it says I've been staying around 90 or around 100, I'm actually lower. So it's not, I think it's not a big enough, like, it's not lowering that much compared to my base right now for not eating carbs, that it's not affecting me. Like, my body's getting used to it. Yes, my head's shaking a lot because every time I drive that far, my head shakes. Okay, time to go back inside.